as a Spurs fan,
Yes.
you're used to being hopeful about impossible things,
Yes.
and yet you managed to get.
That's why I take big risks, you know.
And yet here you are
Yeah.
with Jennifer on your red carpet for
think
for what is probably the rom-com of the year, I would say.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think that's factually accurate. Yeah.
And it seems like you had an inappropriate amount of fun doing it as well.
It was.
That
fun.
is true.
It was
I
fun.
mean, with Betty Gilpin and Tony Hale.
Tony Hale, Amy
and
Sedaris,
Amy,
Jodie Whittaker.
Everybody.
fucking hell.
we were
That's
very
a fucking
lucky
team.
that we got these comedic geniuses
Comedy
to work with
killers
us. Yeah,
all across the board.
yeah.
And I was saying to your director, it's like a classic song. Even if you haven't heard it before, when you hear it for the first time, it's like you've known it all your life. And this film is like that, in that it hits all those classic moments, but there's so many new things, and there's so much insight, you know, for those of us who work in an office environment, there's so much insight and humour in it, and yet it's still very touching. So how do you strike that kind of
The
balance?
thing I like so much about this rom-com, other than the other romantic comedies I've done, is that I really feel like men enjoy it just as much as women, which is not always the case with romantic comedies, right? But because Brett and Joe wrote it, it has these harder, kind of more edgy adult jokes, and it makes it really fun. And that's a little bit different than my other romantic comedies, but it still has that classic romance in there. And so it was a very delicate balance to strike, but I think that's kind of the brilliance of Brett's writing and all that he does, right? That is that he writes these things that are wholesome and incredibly funny, so.
That's a nice answer. I like that answer.
Do you still get used to this praise?
No. No, I think I died a very long time ago, and this is all just sort of some weird sort of death
We're in
dream
heaven right
as
now.
I'm passing over to the other side. None of this is legit.
Well, congratulations again. Thank you so
very
much. Cheers, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!